name is Glyzomer F. Carable from BTBTED 3EF SMB. So for today's, I will discuss to you the classification of coffee beans, coffee varieties, and method of processing coffee beans. So let's proceed to classification of coffee beans. There are 4 classifications, which is the varietal, blended or blends, decaffeinated, and lastly is organic. So what is varietal? Varietal is a coffee beans from one country origin. Example, Robusta, Excelsa, Liberica, and Arabica. So for blended or blend is a coffee bean that contain 2 or more varietal, which is the possess unique characteristic. So decaffeinated naman is a coffee bean which contains a low content as low as 3% to 5%. Last is the organic. Coffee beans that had undergone natural process only. Next is coffee varietals. In coffee varietals, we have 4. The Robusta, Excelsa, Arabica, and Liberica. So, Arabica is the big name in American coffee. Arabica accounts for about 6% of the world's commercial coffee production. Arabica prefers to grow in light shade at high altitude with even rainfall. Arabica trees are relatively small and like apple trees, can be easily kept prone to no more than 6 tall for easy harvesting. Next is Robusta. Robusta is the second biggest player in the coffee market now, though at times, in the past it has been the dominant species. It grows on larger trees that are better suited to heat and irregular rainfall, and can tolerate a wider range of altitudes. Third is Excelsa or Excelsa. Excelsa was recently reclassified as a variety of Liberica. However, even though the plants may be taxonomically similar, the actual coffee is so dramatically different that we still think of them as entirely separate species. So the last one is Liberica. Liberica is an entirely separate species of coffee with a very distinctive taste profile. It grows on vigorous 20 to 30 foot trees in jungle environments, which is fortunate because if it weren't strong enough to grow, would have gone extinct. In addition, by sorting process of coffee beans, there are 2, the hands process and mechanical process. Hands process people are sorting the coffee beans on different sizes and weight by hand. By mechanical process, coffee beans are sorted by a motor-generated screen with different sizes in holes and then weighed by weight. When it gradings of coffee beans, here are the coffee beans are generated by sizes, shapes, and weight that determining its equality. So let's proceed to methods of processing coffee. The first is wet method process, which is coffee cherries are hand-picked and then soaked in water for 6 to 12 hours. They are washed to be clean and water in gently sprayed over them to remove the pulp and any debris. Second is dry method process, the oldest, most natural, and the cheapest method. This is where the fruit is either dries on the tree or the tree is shaken or stripped and its ripe and unripe fruits spread out, dried in the sun. The beans are raked several times.